Namaste. Welcome and greetings. I am Magick La Croix. It's gonna stop a virus. No. This
Got y'all listening now. Some witchcraft for that ass. Too late to turn away. Abracadabra and all that good shit. Yo. Hocus pocus, got you focused on my rhyme. Simply easy, now I'm eating couch potatoes, I recline. No, I'm joking as I'm toking power puffs at Pokeos. Till my town and villa filled with ganja smoke, you know the dope. Coming out my pipes, talking about the bones in my throat. With the mic, I'm casting curses every night, you know the scope. Got my spells handy. You may call it the phone, but when I'm done reciting, you'll give me the keys to the throne. Then I'll take my keys to go home. Didn't say I was done. While rush to end it all, it feels amazing to have won. I'm not planning to ball, but why not take the chance to stunt? No, I don't need it all. Can think the thing I don't want. Do I worship the sun? Or sold my soul for the tongue? Or dead since I was young? Or got some voodoo done?
Namaste. Namastizzle. Peace. Many blessings. Greetings. Shalom. What's up? How are y'all today? I am Magick La Croix. Today is Thursday, April 3rd. And today is day of Jupiter. I am wearing the colors today, either blue or purple. You know what I mean? Before I even get started with anything, let me say rest in peace to another one has fallen, Val Kilmer. A moment of silence, please, for Val Kilmer. He was in some great movies. You know, he's been around for a while. I can't call Batman and Robin a great movie. I think he might have been the worst Batman. Damn, me giving honor to him, that ain't sounding right. But anyway, what's up, y'all? A moment of silence for rest in peace, rise in power, Val Kilmer. What's up, everybody in the chat? Legacy Sigma, peace and blessings, divine peace, Caribbean Grimoire, the real self-domain. Peace, God. How are y'all today? I just started, by the way, I started Vikings Valhalla. Okay, this is supposed to be the sequel to Vikings with Ragnar Lothbrok and his sons. So for it to be the first episode that I watched today, it came on pretty solid. So I'm interested to see where this story is going to go. Ma Cherie, what's up? How are you? Aloha. Peace. Sister Righteous, how are you doing? KAS or KAS. I'm not sure how I'm supposed to say that. How you doing? How you doing? Another disclaimer. So people have had expressed interest in Cosmic Comics by Azazel Bay. All right, so it has been on my Patreon for a month now. You know, sales are okay, you know, but I really didn't expect much from that, to be quite honest. So I knew whenever your intuition tells you something, your first mind, please go with it. It's always correct. My first mind was always just go ahead and, hey, if you're interested in this comic book, message me directly. I will give you a link and you can download it directly from me. You don't got to go to a platform, right? I was convinced to put it on my Patreon. I can't remember who. It doesn't matter, you know. I mean, it's a good suggestion, you know, because like I said, I've gotten sales. However, yesterday, what I woke up to was a message from Patreon telling me that one of my products has been suspended and the patrons can't see it anymore. The reason they say that is because it contains content that does not or does violates their community standards. So what they said is, you know, if you have any questions, just reply to this email. I'm very confused. What exactly violates your community standards is what I said. I've yet to hear from them. Okay. This is just like making an appeal on Facebook when you get banned for something, which I just happened to get off of a ban for a meme that was posted a while ago. It says that it violates sexual exploitation or something like that. The meme is a big fat white woman digging in her butt. And I forget what the caption said. But they deemed this inappropriate. You know what I mean? And I'm like, really? So they put me on restriction for 3 days for that. And like I said, it's been months since I posted it, but this snowflake society, I swear, man, it's just. Remember when I said the last live, society is right where they want it to be, though, to be honest. And snowflakes, the society of snowflakes, easily offended at everything. You know, the description of a snowflake says particularly young people. I think it's everybody. It's not just young people. You know, it's not just young people. It's everybody. You know what I mean? I have yet to hear from Patreon. They said, or you have this option, or you can delete the product. I'm sure that's what you want me to do. I'm sure that's what you want me to do. Now, I've been on Patreon for about 3-4 years now. You know, never had a problem. This comes up. And it just so happens to be Azazel's comic book. I'm willing to bet the timeline that's listed in that PDF for jabs, I'm willing to bet that's what they say violates their community standards. Like I said, it's just like Facebook. When you get banned or restricted from Facebook for anything, they got this sorry ass appeal process where you can't really say anything. You just, it's real vague. It was a joke. It was not offensive. But they don't give you any kind of way to actually write out your thoughts. It's just these vague little points. Okay, we'll get back to you. Snowflake ass society. I swear, man. It's all, and then I see my wife says that Facebook, people leaving Facebook because of other things. I'm starting to think it's because of the bullshit. It's because of the censorship. It's just nonsense constantly. Snowflake society. All right. I see y'all have been talking. So War Clan. What's up, Brother Moore? Just got here. You talking about Valhalla? Yes, I'm talking about Vikings Valhalla. I just started it. I watched all of one episode so far. So far, so good. You know, so far, so good. What's up, Edward? How are you? Good to see you. Came in at the end of your comment. Okay. I've been Mandela. I could swear about. No, he just passed away yesterday. I think it was yesterday morning when I saw it. I saw it early in the morning, too. You know, powerful work. Yes, the PDF is powerful work. And, you know, if you want to do anything, if you want to put out any work or need to follow my own advice, you just got to be independent and stop using their platforms because all they want to do is restrict. Peace, Viral Kana. I think I said that right. Tapping in there to start. Yes. Namaste, Cleopat Star. Yeah, straight up 304s busting it open on Patreon. So I don't see which really. I didn't know that. I honestly didn't know that. There's 304s on Patreon. Wow. Learn something new every day. Yeah, they will allow the exploitation of our women, melanated women. They're gonna allow that all day long. You know, so I am not surprised. I'm surprised, but not. You know what I mean? So yeah. Patreon, just the R version of OnlyFans. Damn. You're going to have me look that up, man. I did not know that. I didn't know 304s was on there. I literally came on to share a business video, comic book stuff, and keep it moving. Oh, yeah. I've kept saying for all these years that Facebook, I use Facebook for networking and for business. I'm a businessman. You know, I got to make a living. You know, but I'm starting to rethink that because Facebook just ain't the move no more. It really isn't. First thing they do when you go to um, a group, one of the rules is be kind. I'm tired of hearing that. Be kind. A cat doesn't need a manual on how to be a cat. You know what I mean? But we got to face it. There's some fucking evil people in the world. Be kind. Be kind. Right. So the group I just left about a month ago, Philadelphia Fans Group. I want y'all opinion on this because I saved it. I left the group quietly. I didn't make a fuss or anything like that. I just left. Right? Here's what happened. Here's what happened. Let me show you. So I asked, once I looked at this, I asked the moderator, I said, moderators come and can one of the admins contact me? I have a question. Because I wanted to know what I said that was so unkind. All I said, and I said right here, I understand that adage, be kind when it comes to these Facebook groups, but I think these people are just straight up bitches who cannot handle any kind of feedback whatsoever. I am all for making unannounced departures when it comes to groups, but today I decided to say something. My comment got removed, so I have to wonder which part of my comment was unkind. This is what I said. I said, Jesus to the Christ. It's like an everyday thing with y'all in this group. Every single day, there is a "we are in a crisis" post because of how he's doing in free agency. We could not, and could not keep everybody and pay them what they are worth. We just can't, especially if you understand the cap. Talking about the salary cap. I am all for live and let live on social media and am totally in favor of just making unannounced departures from groups. But as much as I love my fellow Eagles fans, I really might just need to dismiss myself from this group. I have never seen such distress amongst fans after winning a Super Bowl because we can't keep everybody. Ultimately, this is a business and the players totally understand that, but every single day. See the number one rule? Be kind. Okay. It says, look at what the admin said to me. See ya, not in airport, so no need to announce your departure. Live and let live. They tell me to live and let live, yet and still you remove my goddamn comment. I said, okay, point taken. I'm out. And I left. You know? But what part was, I don't even think my comment was harsh. It was just, damn, y'all do this every day. And that's what they were doing every day. Somebody was complaining about it. Like, we just won the Super Bowl. Y'all can't, you know what I mean? Anyway, I saved that post because I wanted to bring it to y'all. I wanted to know what was so unkind that I said. Snow is on natural, can't feed ice. The flu, Brody, oak runt of. All right, I'm lost with that comment. I ain't gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie about it. He passed away. Yeah. What's up, Cosmic Chaos? Greetings, Shamika Jackson. Namaste to the missus. You know, found a Javanese talisman site. Wouldn't have even known about the Javanese if it wasn't for that book you gave me. Oh, you gonna have to hook me up with that, please. Nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. She take all damn, but the whole all white waved. All right. What the society is supposed to censor, they don't do. The real question is that you're so powerful, so they are watching you. While I appreciate that, I do appreciate that. I kind of don't see myself that way. And, you know, if you know anything about a Virgo, we shy away from attention. We really do. We really don't like the spotlight on us. But I appreciate the comment, brother. What's up, Ultra Instinct? What's going on? Ashe. Michael Surrett, what's the deal? Peace. Stay high. Peace to the gods. What's up? What's up? So please tell me in the comments, was my comment unkind? What was all I said was just like every day y'all are posting. I didn't cuss. I was respectful. I was blunt. How was I unkind? It's snowflake ass society, I swear, man. How can y'all do it? How do y'all sit and just operate in society without magic, and without meditation, without herbs? You know what I mean? How do y'all keep y'all sanity? I'm being for real when I say this. You know, it's absolutely crazy to me. But remember, we got a whole bunch of NPCs and just ignorant Negroes out. All right. So I had something up to show y'all. What happened to it? Oh. Guess I closed it out. I didn't mean to. All right, give me 1 second. I have put up commercial programs of the Illuminati. I think it's been a couple years now. You know. Of course, no one has bought it. You know. All 4 parts. You know, after people did ask me, and I converted it to MP4. Nobody has bought it though, but that's all right. It's cool. I don't really expect. I mean, one of my problems, one of my flaws is I take people literally. I take people at their word. Is always come back to bite me. All right. Part 2. Part 2.
What you're looking at sometimes when you watch these particular.
One second, y'all. 1 second. Just give me a minute to this might they might have me edit this, but I'm gonna show it anyway. Fuck it. Why not? I'm tired of being censored. I'm tired of, all I can think about is Demolition Man. Y'all remember the movie Demolition Man? And the way society turned out, where Taco Bell was a treat, it was a delicacy, where physical sex was replaced by virtual reality. Y'all remember that? Wesley Snipes had blonde hair. You know, you get fined for cussing. Do y'all remember that movie? This is the society I truly believe this is the kind of society they want to head towards. All right, check this out. Oh, I'm sorry. It's not showing. Still not showing, huh?
You gotta understand that. Now, another interesting video that I want to play for you because
wow. It said it was showing. Can y'all see that? Y'all can see that now, right?
Different programs, and I want to show you some of these things that we talked about at the lecture. This is a video called, what's the name of this video? Total Eclipse of the Heart. I can't remember who the artist was. Female singer.
Her name is Pat Benatar.
The video is dealing with a suicide program.
Nah, I'm sorry.
Program sleepers.
Bonnie Tyler.
Specific program sleepers. All of them have in their consciousness a suicide program.
Y'all hear that?
In case they get to, for instance, they get activated, they do a certain thing, or activated by mistake. They have ways of sending them directly into the suicide program. You see, understand that. Matter of fact, watch Jerry Falwell. Jerry Falwell, who is a preacher, a Christian preacher, who is very racist, who always talked about Wilt Chamberlain, even though, yeah, Wilt Chamberlain's a fucked up nigga, but black people like to fuck, sex, and all that. Yeah, we know about that. But here comes this white boy, always talking about Wilt Chamberlain. You know, he's Ku Klux Klan leader, Jerry Falwell, Christian. Another Christian is speaks for the president all the time. I can't remember all the preachers and stuff, but Jerry Falwell for one. Every time Jerry Falwell comes on TV and speaks on national TV, he triggers programmed serial killers to go out and begin doing killing. And we talked about the purpose for this. Jerry Falwell, understand that. All of these particular sleepers have suicide programs in them if they need be. Understand that. That's why sometimes you'll see, a guy went to the post office, shot like 10 people, and then killed himself. You see? Understand that. Not all the time do they use the program, but when it need be, they can have the person kill themselves. You see? It's very simple to do. We explained all that. But take a look at this video, Total Eclipse of the Heart, which is programming a suicide program within you. You see, when you watch this video, it is promoting or programming people with a suicide program. You gotta understand that programming, when they show it to you over 3 times in a row, it sticks in the unconscious mind. But as they continue to show it to you, just like Christianity, every day, if you watch, if someone comes to you every day talking about turn to Jesus, turn to Jesus, turn to Jesus, and you don't have real knowledge within you, eventually you'll start to listen to them. Eventually. And eventually you will go to church. You see? That's how that works. It's called programming. Programming doesn't have to be bad. There are good programs too. Sometimes we need to reprogram ourselves after deprogramming. And we're going to get into deprogramming also. But check out this video, Total Eclipse of the Heart, dealing with the suicide program.
All right. So, words of wisdom from Azazel Bay. I don't know if y'all remember that. The previous video showing the Transformers in her dances. So if you want to check that out, because when you watch videos, you don't really notice stuff the first time. You know what I'm saying? So when I saw this by him, I was like, wow, it was there the whole time. Even in that little clip that I showed, you can see that the melanated woman was actually a man. And this is the 80s. You know what I mean? Laugh more. Yeah, absolutely laugh more. Yep. You're supposed to speak like Martin Lawrence asking for. Oh, I don't know why that came to my head like right away. We just wanted to know we can borrow some brown sugar. Thanks. The things you enlighten the public to is on another level, brother. You're going to get up. Much appreciated for that. I try to do my best, but I try to get people to join Mew. They don't censor, but people love Nazi Book for some cockeyed reason. Right. I've tried to get for a couple years now for people to join Telegram. There's no censorship. People love Nazi Book. What's up, Terenzo? Tell it vermin what to do or not to do is like speaking into air and water. Some call it pissing into the wind. All right, salute, brother Terenzo. What's up, Chikezi? Peace. Every time they cuss, right? Helmets on. I definitely remember that part with the VR. Yeah. It's headed towards that. That's what they really, rat burgers. Right. That movie. Watch that movie again. Demolition Man is classic predictive programming. Exactly. The mere mention of sex, and she was like, oh, touching. No. I'm what the fuck? Really? They always tell us in movies. Always. What's up, brother Legend Archer? What's the deal? A modern They Live. Exactly. I referenced Demolition Men. All it. They Live, Demolition Man. There's so many more. Usually I can name those off the top of my head. I am pretty tired today. Today was a bowling league day. Bowling actually will wear you the hell out. And so, yeah, I'll come back to that if I can. Seashells instead of toilet paper. Yeah, Mercury doing. Okay, I'm behind y'all. All right. What's up, brother Kunami? What's up? We can see the sound just a little low. Unfortunately, I couldn't do anything about that one. Right. He was programmed not to unalive. And I noticed that people say unalive to avoid saying another word. And I'm like, why is that such a bad word now? You know what I mean? Why is KILL? Why is this a bad word? You know, but as much as he wanted to kill the man in charge, he couldn't pull the trigger. Sound a tad low, but I boosted my own. They replaced him with Stephen A. Smith and Skip Bayless. Interesting. Namaste, Katrina. Namaste, namastizzle. You know, same old plan with LeBron. They all in the same group. All of them. Thank you for saying that. That's not a far-fetched claim at all for those that know about the MK Ultra program. I have been trying to put people onto that for years. You know, I ain't the first. All the master teachers have tried to put the masses onto MK Ultra. You know, Stranger Things, the popular show on Netflix. Stranger Things about MK Ultra. You know what I'm saying? I was just watching Sandman last night. They had a conversation full of serial killers. I like the way you spelled that. Right. Yes, Grandmaster Azazel Bay. The DC snipers that fell asleep in the car with all the evidence were definitely MK Ultra pasties. Bonnie Tyler was like early. Yes, she was. We used to walk around outside, me and my friends, we used to walk around singing that particular song all the time. Turn around, bright eyes. Yeah. Suicide Program. Check the video out when you can. It's on YouTube. That part, we definitely don't like being restrictive. Exactly. We do not. I absolutely hate it. You know, I have yet to get an answer from Patreon, but if you are interested in cosmic comics, just hit me up. It's real easy. Setting alarm should get on my nerves. They won't demonetize. I don't know. I've seen somebody finally reveal to me that to not say that word, I'm like, why? What's so bad about that now? So you got to say unalive? Year 5, y'all. Year 5. What's up, Tosh? That's my homie Tosh there. Jeez, it's just crazy. Let's see. Do we go to another? We can go to another. Oh, before I do that, don't forget One Piece. I'm still on the Skypiea arc and so many gems. But what was interesting to me is that a group of people they were mining for gold. You know what I mean? Mining for gold. And what mythology talks about mining, aliens coming to Earth to mine for gold, for resources? Y'all know which group of people did that? I'll give you a hint. They have the oldest known writing system ever on Earth. I'll give y'all a second. Yes, I like this. Censorship, speech control, mind control. Right. I just put total in the search and it was the first thing that popped up. Not the singer group, not the serial. AIB list. Oh, yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. An incredible vision with Dark Lord teaching me occult secrets. And I saw a whole lots of guys and goddesses from different pantheon. It has, universal source code deep shit. That's another deep movie, by the way. Not dismissing what you said. Source Code. Source Code is a deep movie. Check that out. Jake Gyllenhaal, or how you say his name. Well, I remember that. So I didn't realize an AK. Right. I didn't realize it until I saw commercial programs of the Illuminati by Azazel Bay. I didn't realize that. Right. Exactly. Anunnaki. Yep. Gems all around in One Piece. Oh, damn. See, this is why I fucks with y'all. I know y'all knew. All right. Let's go to some more footage here. We going back to, if you haven't looked at him or looked at his videos, I highly suggest you do, even though I'm going to show you something right here. Of course, when I'm ready to show something, it kind of hides itself, huh? That's another interesting thing. I know certain shit is disappearing off my computer. I know I found out the person who is behind the Transformer agenda. It boils down to one single person. I found it. I saved it. I cannot find it now. True story. No. God forbid people wake up. God forbid that. Here we go. I found it. Hakeem Bey, y'all.
And in this particular lecture, I'm going to cover a number of different things. And a lot of this from the Catholics who would destroy every water supply.
All right.
And that whole region over there is known as the breadbasket of the world. We fed the whole planet from there. And the elders also say that the original Mecca was Chicago. The center of all food, wheat, grain, and livestock distribution for the planet. And until this day, it's still that way. So we got to realize where we're standing at right now and who we really are. When those boys seen that we were falling from power, they took certain Europeans and initiated them and made them mystic Turks, chief protectors of the sacred shrines. They're not the owners. You have to be a master mason to be up in the federal government. And their duty was, when we seen that we were falling, we said, well, and they were coming to power, we said, listen, let's share the group with them and put them there to protect our sacred shrine from the Catholics who would have destroyed everything up in here. And look at the Kennedy who was killed. What was he, Catholic? There's no Catholic to be up in our sacred shrine, dealing with religious mystery. We deal with science and mathematics from 0 to 9, zodiac and geometry, minus religious superstitions. We don't get into that. We deal with universal science. They're waiting for you to come and claim what's rightfully yours. We sit back. I'm a Negro. I'm a color. I'm a black. And when you come in with that, they say, look, go back and study some more. Come back when you're ready. Because this was given to me by Moors. The title of this says Moor. If you don't come correct, you're not getting nothing. And the FBI, I got a picture of Hoover. Look at that. Let me just pick this picture out there. So you can see, I'm getting a little bit into the other lecture here, but I just want you to see this. If I can find it. And here you see a picture. Just give me a second. There's so much information, I'm just trying, I just wish people could see. I did about 15,000, 20,000 hours of research over the last 12 years. And I've seen things, I'm just trying to get it to people so everybody else can see what I've seen. Because I've seen some stuff that you will be surprised. I can't find it right in a second, but I will eventually show it to you. But it's a picture of J. Edgar Hoover with the feds right here. For many decades, for all intents and purposes, he was the federal government. He said, well, why was he coming down on the planet? The elders mentioned that there was a Moor up in Cleveland, I think, who was mixing this Moorish teachers with black nationalism. And I heard that the FBI stepped to the brother and said, listen, it was your fathers who put us in place to protect us when y'all fell from power.
Y'all hear that?
And we will kill anybody or deal with anybody who have been overthrown. I don't care if they call us, if they're white, they're mafia, whatever. So they said, you better talk to that brother. So we got to understand what we're dealing with here and who we really are. They know when they see you with this on your head, believe me, they know that you know who you are. And they respect properly for that. You'll be surprised at the response you get. And it's not even about that. It's about us uplifting ourselves and returning ourselves to the right place so we get the planet back on track. Like I said, when the cast away, the mice will play. That's what's been going on. While we've been sleeping, this beast's been ruining our planet.
You know what is very important about it? I know at least everybody in this area knows about it. Look at the key output plan. Every organization on there, they're black Muslims, everybody but the movement.
You no more listen on that. You want to no more listen on none of them organizations there. Because if you're more, you know who you are. This is yours anyway. You just gotta wake up and claim what's rightfully yours. And what I'll give you now will give you the historical basis to substantiate your claim. This is ours. And what the Empress has done in Louisiana is this example. That's set the precedent what's gonna happen, a lot more of what's gonna happen as we begin to claim our land here in this hemisphere. Our brothers all up and down this hemisphere. We gotta realize we over 100 million strong. Over that, way over that amount in this hemisphere. We realize who we are and wake up and do what we gotta do on this planet, and we claim this. Our brothers claim Africa and claim that over there. We get this planet back on track the way it's supposed to be. But time is short, you know. A lot of things, they have a lot of things. See, he was given power. As long as you don't realize who you are as a Moor, you call yourself black, you got all this other stuff. He has the right to do whatever he want to do to you. He can do anything to you. Anything.
I keep saying that.
And this is what he's doing now. You see what's happening now. I just diverge for a minute, you know, so we can see what's taking place here and how critical we're at a very important junction in time right now. You got they closed down the military. Janet Reno, who's the Attorney General, said that they was going to use the closed down military bases as work camps. Now, what has happened is that the prison system has replaced the factories in the white communities. And guess what? We are the raw materials of this factory. This is how all the white men that lost them jobs or whatever the factories closed down, now they open for prison. So now they're correctional officers and they got to make uniforms and suits and all. Those are jobs. And we're the raw materials. We're being set up. We like cattle being led to the slaughterhouse. Right up in New York, New Jersey, in that region up there, they had forced everybody to get immunizations for measles. You couldn't attend college. When I walked on the campus in the fall semester, they had a list of everybody's name when they get shots, saying you cannot come on here if you didn't get your shot. I said, what? Now they forced the people. Now all of a sudden there's a massive outbreak of measles on the college campuses, a state of emergency. Now this is a coincidence. You just did vaccinations, and now all of a sudden there's an outbreak, and then all the kids are talking about, I'm going to get my vaccination shot.
Need I say more about that last part? What happened the past 5 years? You know, so why don't you speak on that? You know what I mean? And people are still walking around calling themselves Black, African American, all these names where they can do whatever the hell they want. This is why it continually happens. Okay. Let's see. Where are you? That's it. Patsy programmed the tethered symbiotic man or woman who's programmed and terminated secretly after use. Well, when you come into knowledge, whether it be just history or occult knowledge, it will really trigger something and make you mad at first. You know what I mean? And especially when you know that all this shit that you see is ours. You know, that's not an opinion, that's a fact. The Enuma Elish. I'm just going hard with it. Okay. Yeah. I try to get people to at least read it. Hello, Mrs. Birds. My Maria Padilla video. What's the zodiac sign? I am a Virgo. Yeah, it will shake your foundation. Like I said, it will upset you. It will trigger you, but it's necessary. Contact me. My email is this. Well, there you go. All right. Jab, jab. Speaking of, what happened? I give my email address all the time. That's how people contact me. Is that what you're saying no to, Cosmic Chaos? Check this out. If you have not yet, I suggest certain grimoires all the time, but certain occult authors I always talk about, and Carl Nagel is one of them. Have any of you looked into his works yet? I want to show y'all Hidden Secrets Attract Everything You Want. Carl Nagel. He's Australian. He has put out quite a few books that are simple. They easy. You know what I mean? Just really just powerful books. The Greatest Living Adept Master. Hidden Secrets Attract Everything You Want. Right? This was made 2009. So ain't that old. Well, it is, but he's kind of entertaining too. You know, he goes into, this is all basic stuff. Remember, I'm always talking about get the basics. You know, he goes into the Kabbalah, you know, and he goes into sex magic. And then you got all these spells that he put in this one book. Pass exams, magical assess, bring harmony, confuse enemies, find lost objects, bring money, stop gossip, travel safely, attract the opposite sex, win contests, achieve political ambitions, bring riches, overcome opposition. Bring riches is like bring money, ain't it? Know the future, honors and fame and protection from physical. He got so many in here, right? But I think I highlighted a couple. Yeah, I did. Okay. Here too is the secret of how to cast spells that really work. A spell, simply defined, is a set of words spoken that are believed to exert a magical effect on the situation that the person casting the spell seeks to change. The casting of spells is based upon the ancient belief that to speak a desire is to cause the desire to be fulfilled. Have you ever seen a beautiful woman in the company of a real nerd and wonder how he got so lucky? Maybe it was sex magic. An eternal story of men chasing women and vice versa. It should always be remembered that witchcraft and sex magic have seduced more members of the opposite sex than any amount of good looks, intelligence, or possession. Money helps also. Let's be real about it. The seekers of the Kabbalah, the saints, sages, and wise men of a time long ago discovered that certain Kabbalistic rites and ceremonies created powerful mystic vibrations that sought similar vibrations within the depths of the invisible world to become one pulsating force of mystic power. The physical manifestation of this power was called magic. All right. Ancient magic. An essential part of the occult arts is the conjuring of spirits. This is something that occultists have been doing for centuries, and now you can join their ranks. There are ancient occult forces for good or evil. To receive the help these forces can give, it is necessary to make contact. All right. This is a great book. Of course, I'm probably going to put it in Patreon. You know, like I said earlier, still waiting on a response on what was so triggering about, as those of you who have who do have Cosmic Comics, what do you think could possibly be in there that violates Patreon's community standards? I love your opinion on that. You know. So you got Fuse, but you got like 3 of them. Yeah, that's what's up. He seems like the S. Rob mentor. I'm not sure about that. I don't know. I'm not sure, so I can't even speak to that. You know, I'm familiar with Carl Nagel. He's from back in the day, 80s. I thought it was 90s, but you could be right. Going to see about that book. Okay. Carl Nagel is of the simplified magic sorcery camp, similar to, yes, new avatar power is something I do put into one of my classes called Witchcraft and Kabbalistic Magic. I have a class in my Magic 301 course called that. I include new avatar power because it is so simple. It is the Kabbalah simplified. all the way down to its basic parts. You know what I mean? Good books. I think I printed it out. Yup. Telling the Truth violates the Patreon guidelines, but probably the art. I'm thinking maybe it's the part where it talks about the trafficking. It might be that part. But like I said, I am still waiting for an answer. Another good book that you should have, one of my favorite authors, For the Beginner, is Bal Cadman, Vedic Magic. Ever heard of this? He done read so many. Vedic Magic, using ancient Vedic spells to attain wealth. Check that out. Okay. Somebody asked me on the last live what I felt about Arabic magic. Well, any kind of that magic over in that part of the world is really extremely powerful, in my opinion. Okay. He got Vashikaran magic, Kali mantra magic, seed mantra, chakra. I got all of these. I got all of these. Yup. I got all of these. I don't have the Mary magic one. I got the magic of Saint Expedite. I don't have the Ouija board magic either. I don't think I had that one. I got the Moldavite because I have some Moldavite and it's expensive. The Power of the Chant is one of my favorite. And the Demonic Companion, that's basically servitor magic. Okay. Here's the table of contents. To the Waters for health and wealth. Prayer for protection, guidance, prosperity, protection and general prosperity, riches and general prosperity. A prayer to Agni, who is their fire god, for protection and prosperity. Various deities for health, wealth, and prosperity. Protection and prosperity. Various deities for protection and prosperity. So that's the theme of this particular book. But it's a good book because in his introductions, he gives some basic introductions to what the theme of the book is. I think I have something. Yeah. Although I am a strong believer that one can do whole ritual in one's mind, I do appreciate the fact that rituals and ritual paraphernalia can be helpful in anchoring the mind when one does a ritual. The items below are just suggestions. If you're okay with doing just visualization, that is fine. I, for one, do use some of these items below for anchoring. In the Vedas, most, if not all, rituals are sanctified by water and fire. The list below will allow us to capture that. Okay. I'm also of that same opinion that when you get to a certain point, then all in the mind, if it works for you, it works. I don't know a single person yet that actually just does everything in their mind. I'm sorry. I stand corrected. I know one person who does rituals all in their mind. They have an actual astral altar and they do everything astrally. So that's one person that I know. Okay. Love that book. NAP is get GF Gay Cobb. Gray Cobb. Yeah, you're right. You're absolutely right. I put them in the same category because it's around the same time frame. The 70s had an occult kind of resurgence, and a lot of magic books came out during that time. Hell, the Necronomicon came out around that time. Okay. And the formats is kind of same. They have like case studies, you know, and real simple magic. The truth, indeed. Algae Mayonnaise is Rainbows Falling on My Head. Then Magic of Pan. It came out roughly the same time period as the new app. I don't have that one. Thanks for the suggestion. I'm going to look for that one. Moldavite Crystal. It's supposedly an asteroid or meteorite. I bought one a long time ago. You know what I mean? Long time ago. Rest in peace also to Chicago. Tosh, you might know this person. I think it's Chicago or Atlanta. Young Scooter, I think his name. It's a local rapper. I think I think he's in Atlanta. He got lied on by 911. Now they charged the woman for making a false statement. She cost him his life on his birthday. You know what I mean? Sad situation. Katrina, if you're still here, where to get actual, I can't tell you anymore. I got mine a long time ago. I want to say mine is over 10 years old. I couldn't tell you Legacy Sigma. I really couldn't. Okay, so it is Atlanta. Yeah. Yeah, crazy. Yeah. From a broken leg. Actually, they say he climbed a fence and something punctured a major artery and he bled out and died. You know what I mean? The woman lied because she wasn't invited to his birthday party. How many people are in jail because somebody else lied? Women lied. I mean, I ain't going to go in on women. I ain't going to do that. But this happened way more than you think. Sorry, Tosh. It wasn't Chicago. I think something else happened in Chicago. It was Atlanta. That happens to That happens to way more. It ain't just Caucasian people. It's not. It's our own people lying on us. It happens way more than you think or want to believe. Exactly. Thank you for saying that. I was trying to avoid saying that, but yes, it happens way more. After watching Vikings, it's apparent that there's a consistent practice of ritual sacrifice for people. Yes. Yes. Don't forget, I was on Vikings, then I was on The Last Kingdom. Now I'm on Vikings Valhalla. I'm not sure where I'm going to go after this, though. Was he shot? No. He ran from the police. I think he was drunk. He might have been drinking, intoxicated. He climbed a fence and something hit his leg. He punctured a major artery. He bled out. The cops didn't do anything. If you know who Reva TV is, she's a good sister. She has some good content on her channel. Check her out. She speaks about it. Let's see. Yeah, here we go. I found it quick too. Reva TV. This is Reva TV. Like I said, this woman, along with the other woman, Crimson Cure, they do some good content, both of them. Woman lies on man causing fatal police interaction for rapper Young Scooter, and she's been charged. This is Reva TV right here. Okay, I'll show you just a
running out. Snap your W-2 and file your taxes 100% free now. Plus,
a 31-year-old Atlanta woman has just been charged for making a false call to 911.
There's a reaction for every action. This is part A. You guys didn't have part A. You guys only have part B. And the narrative, it looks like I was trying to set this man up.
The house needs to be investigated. They're definitely doing illegal stuff over there, and it's disturbing the area.
So anyway, I'm not showing that whole thing. She lied on him, basically. She lied on him because she wasn't invited. Okay. Let me know how. As a matter of fact, I meant to email you yesterday. I had a question for you. I'm do that after we get off here. Right. Exactly. What a horrible way to go. It wasn't the police, because when I first saw the video, I thought, damn, cops killed another dude. It wasn't the cops that did it. It's him running from the cops and puncturing one of his arteries. I would imagine that's a horrible way to go. Excuse me. Sorry about that. We talked about these ritual dates over the years too, and then recently I posted those dates. Okay, that's what's up. Reva. KK Coons is the race now. Yeah. KK Coons. I like that. I'm going to start using that. Yeah, the knuckle draggers. You know what I mean? Right. On his birthday, he passes away. Ain't that some shit? Because somebody got in their feelings and lied. This is why I like Reva TV, because Reva, she gets on women. She gets on women for their foolishness. You know, and she was like, You know, you get all up in your feelings. You cost that man his life. You know what I mean? And she's been charged. There's so many examples I'm not going to though. Snowflake Society. Damn, did I forget that already? We was talking about snowflakes. You know, here are movies. I was looking at this article here. This right here. 11 cult classics that wouldn't be remade today. They talking about this is it's pretty much become the poster child for a movie aging poorly. But there's one scene in particular that's received the most backlash. You know what I mean? Everything's fucking offensive. That is a hilarious movie. It's an all-time classic to me. Revenge of the Nerds. If they think Revenge of the Nerds is bad, Porky's is worse. It's crazy. And that Chaos Goblin wonders why she wasn't right. How about that? You know, it is what it is. Oh, yeah. One more book is this one right here. If you need help going in the right direction, say you were trying to get into this occult business or this occult field, call Nagel again. This is a good one. Materializing a powerful magic mentor and other ancient acts of ancient magic. Okay. The print is kind of small but the book is just, I think it's kind of old. Yeah, 1989. This is again like an introduction. The art and practice of ritual magic can be a most important and satisfying step in the quest for personal occult power, as it can be a channel through which the powers of externalized magic energy can flow out into the objective world of tangible reality. Ritual magic can also be used to focus the power on specific problem areas of an unhappy life. The rituals contained in this and succeeding chapters are secret and ultimately powerful, and they should be treated as such with an air of respect. Always perform them in a solemn manner and recite the words of the invocations in a firm and decisive voice, for you are commanding the occult forces of the cosmos to bend to your own desires, and they will obey a firm master. Before commencing any form of invocation, it is first most vital to have the object of your desires clearly in mind. This will help in the forming of a strong-minded soul link with the awesome occult powers released by the rituals. This initiation ritual is performed only once on any day of the week. It will initiate you into the amazing world of ceremonial and ritual magic. You will become as one with the light of a universal mystic brotherhood permeating the inner planes of the astral world. The exact same power mentioned in the occult writings of 19th century magician Eliphas Levi. Remember, there's absolutely nothing to fear about magic power force, for it is as abundant and natural as the air we breathe. The only difference being that it is more pure and less polluted. Less polluted. All right. Materializing a powerful magic mentor. There's yet another one I will probably put in Patreon. Oh, absolutely. Val Cadman had a book promotion where you could got free books from him legitimately. Not many knew about it. Yeah, I didn't know about that at all. You know, he has stopped. I had bought quite a few mantras from him. He was selling mantras and in audio form. He stopped doing it. I don't know why, but you could buy one of his mantras for like $1.50. You could download a mantra that he recites 108 times. He stopped doing that. They couldn't handle, right? How about that? They couldn't handle Blazing Saddles. They couldn't handle Archie Bunker or George Jefferson, you know, Fred Sanford. You know what I mean? These people called white people honkies. You know what I mean? Archie Bunker said nigga a couple of times. I mean, it was just real. You know what I'm saying? This snowflake society, everything is fucking offensive. I hate it. Those old books were written on actual typewriters, and hence the. Thank you. Appreciate that assist. You're absolutely correct. Carl Nagel, Bible Seekers of Moses and Solomon, Volume 1 and 2. That's what I'm talking about. Oh, yeah, one more book. Don't be afraid of this book, all right? Do not be afraid of this book. Don't let the title fool you, okay? Wouldn't say it was for beginners, but it's very basic. It's called The Hand of Satan. Black Magic Spells and Rituals for Money, Sex, and Power. Again, Carl Nagel. You're one of my favorites. This is 2011, and he got a call to Satan there, you know. And he goes in one of the Goetia demon, Berith, the ritual Satanacha to make women submit, La Spell of Citri, fire spirits, and so on and so forth. Do with it what you will. Do it responsibly. Let me put this disclaimer that none of the things that I speak about here they are for entertainment purposes only. They only put out as a curio. I claim no responsibility for anyone who decides to do anything that's mentioned in this particular video. Okay? Use these things at your own risk. I'm not fucking responsible. The Four Horsemen, where journalists infiltrated a secret society and filmed them sacrifice a runaway. Really? Let me know if you have that, Tosh, or how can I want to see that. Everything except the right, exactly. This documentary was in the 90s. Everything except the rainbow agenda, you know. Anthony Mackie just got slammed for saying masculinity was under attack. Remember me speaking about this like last week? I mean, he's not wrong, but he's also part of the machine. And one of his rituals, if you watch a Black Mirror episode, he did some gay shit. You know what I mean? On Black Mirror. He did some gay shit. Check out that thing he did with the other guy. I can never say his name. He played the new Candyman. You know what I mean? Everything's offensive except Transformers, transmissions, and rainbow shit. You know what I'm saying? But stay sane, y'all. Do your mantras. If not mantras, do meditation. Laugh. You know, I told y'all before, me and my wife, we close out our day. We are laughing at night at Bob's Burgers, American Dad. I mean, I'm surprised those lasted as long because they're offensive. They are offensive. Bob's Burgers, American Dad, Family Guy. You know what I mean? Everything that's on Adult Swim at night is pretty offensive. We love it. Don't be a snowflake, goddammit. You know what I mean? Have a sense of humor and shit. You know, they say life is short, but I think life is the longest fucking thing you will ever go through. I don't think it's short at all. All right. Like I said, do your mantras, do meditations, laugh, find your soul tribe, so on, so on, so on, and so forth. Everything I'm always telling y'all. All right. Yes, that's another one. Aquatine Hunger Force. You know, it's another one. Metalocapids. Metalocapids. Let me sound this out like they teach you in kindergarten. Metalocapids. I think. I don't know. The documentary parts of it is on YouTube. Okay. I'm going to look for that. All right, y'all. That's enough for me today. I talked enough about the snowflakes. It's sad though that people buy into it. Of course, you got the NPCs and the ones who don't have knowledge of self. So everything's offensive. They want the snowflakes to just rule, be the majority. You know what I mean? What's that one? Aqua Teen Hunger Force? Yeah, I like that show. Can't even watch a series without being polluted. Right, exactly. I'm telling you, just about everything on Adult Swim is offensive, if considered offensive. You know what I mean? All right, everybody who Super Gel and damn, y'all going in now. Super Gel and Mr. What's the name? Demonic Dog. Mr. Damn it, I can't remember the name of it. It's a satanic dog. God damn it, I can't remember. Shit. Anyway, all right. Y'all go forth and prosper. Have fun. And I can't remember the name of that damn Mr. Pickles. That's it. Thank you. Mr. Pickles. Yes, that's some offensive shit. That dog is always looking up some chick's skirt and shit. All right. I'm out of here, y'all. Have a great weekend, the rest of your day. I'll see y'all back here on Tuesday. I'm the one, the only, the diabolical one, Magick La Croix. I greet you in peace, like I always do. Namaste. And don't be a snowflake, goddammit. Peace, y'all. He was in pieces.